Welcome to the AVID Technology Podcast. My name is Ryan Maughan. I'm the founder and managing director of the company. So the AVID Technology Podcast is really meant to be about technical things to do with electrification of vehicles and other forms of transport. We really weren't trying to do general news with this because there are basically other far better news podcasts and vlogs and things out there, particularly the excellent EV News Daily by Martyn Lee. What a tremendous podcast that is. Made a point of listening to that now. But today really was the sort of, is the final thing for me. We just had to do something because what a 2 weeks it's been. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while, but something else just keeps coming every single day. So first, we had a couple of weeks ago the announcement from Rimac that they'd secured as part of a funding round a 10% investment in the business from Porsche. So no sums were published for that, but this is a really, really significant move, both for Porsche and also for Rimac. So basically, Rimac is a fairly young company in Croatia manufacturing EVs. They've got an awesome product, Concept 1. Concept 2 is coming, and it really says a lot about the level of technology and what Rimac have achieved, that Porsche has come along and made a 10% investment in them. So that, in itself, is a massive piece of news. Then a couple of days after that, we had the announcement from TM4 that the major Tier 1 Dana had acquired a majority stake in their business. So again, TM4 is an EV powertrain company. They make high-power motor drives and inverters, particularly for the commercial vehicle market. They do some passenger car things as well, but really they're best known for EV drives for buses and trucks. So that valued their business at something like 300 million Canadian dollars. So that was a huge deal. To be honest, I had been expecting something to come for a while from TM4. I had not been expecting it to be Dana that bought them. I said a few times, I was sort of half thinking that someone like Cummins would come in and buy TM4. TM4 do an awful lot of work with Cummins in North America. But the Dana acquisition was a surprise to me, but fantastic news. Then over the weekend, we had the Pikes Peak race where the Volkswagen IDR absolutely smashed the Pikes Peak record. So what a fantastic example. Volkswagen putting a lot of money into promoting themselves in a more positive light to do with electrification since the Dieselgate scandal. So, hey, I think that's a great use of resources. It did a lot to promote the benefits of electrification and really what you can do within EV. So then that's, three pretty major things. But then just a couple of days after that, we had BP announcing that they're buying Chargemaster. Again, massive deal. Chargemaster are not a huge company. Based in the UK, they've been operating and installing charging points, so public charging infrastructure, for a number of years now. BP paid £130 million for that business. So again, massive deal, absolutely massive deal. Really puts BP into the EV charging market. They've got big plans to put charging infrastructure into their retail business, into the BP petrol stations. That was, we've seen a few other things like that happening. Shell made some investments. There's some other things going on with the fuel retailers and oil companies. But that was a massive deal from BP. So if that wasn't enough, then Porsche, so another Volkswagen Group company, they decided they would take their 919 hybrid to the long circuit at the Nurburgring, and they absolutely blew the doors off the lap record for the long circuit. So it's 12.9 mile circuit, and they shaved almost a minute off the previous lap record, which had stood for quite a number of years. So absolutely incredible achievement there. And interestingly, the current lap record around the Nürburgring long circuit for a road legal car is also held by an electric vehicle, the Neo EP9, which is a bit of a weapon, fantastic bit of kit. So then following that, we had the big announcement from Tesla. They finally hit the 5,000 Model 3 per week target. So that's a really big deal for them. There's a lot of naysayers. Everyone knows Tesla has been massively shorted as a company. So that's where basically it's almost like anti-investment. So I think that possibly might go down as one of the biggest wastes of capital in human history, where people have speculated that Tesla's share price is overvalued. So they bought in with a view that they're going to profit when the share price drops. Unfortunately, I think a lot of those people will be feeling a little bit sore at the moment. So I never had any doubts that they would hit 5,000 a week. They've done it. Some people are saying, oh, it's not sustainable. They've used some unconventional methods. You know what? I think I've been in the automotive industry for quite a long time. I've seen car manufacturers finish production builds in the car park. I've been involved installing components in a vehicle manufacturer's car park before. I've seen car manufacturers hire old aircraft shelters, aircraft hangars, and finishing builds of vehicles in there. So really the approach of setting up a supplementary production line, I don't think that's particularly that much of a new approach. Certainly not such a big deal as some people are making a noise about. They've done some testing. They probably overcommitted to the automation in the main plant, so it allowed them to do some more flexible production on this more manual assembly line in a temporary structure, aka a tent outside. So pretty massive sets of news there. But then finally, the one thing that then inspired me to do this news-based podcast. So last night we had the news that Cummins have made another acquisition in the EV space. So they've bought an American company called Efficient Drivetrains, also known as EDI. This is Cummins' third based XEV-related acquisition in the last 12 months. They bought the Bramo battery business. Earlier this year, they bought the Johnson Matthey battery systems business in the UK. And then now they've bought the EDI business in North America. So EDI, absolutely fantastic bunch of guys. They've been doing systems integration and conversion work in the heavy-duty space, so trucks, buses, been really, really successful doing that. And now Cummins have added that capability to their business. So it's a really smart move by Cummins and something that I think they'll benefit from moving forward. And it really cements the moves that they've been making to acquire the skills and the talent needed so they can pivot their business away from being just a purely diesel engines company into more of a power systems company and have a broader offer in the electrification market. So that's it. I was just thinking, wow, what a couple of weeks. Every day there's been something massive coming out. I'm sure there'll be something big tomorrow coming out. There's been a huge amount of news in the EV space, all tending to be very positive and pointing in the direction of the EV market becoming more mainstream. The big tier ones and OEMs taking positions in some of the smaller startup companies. EVs really starting to be put on the map. So that's it. That's it for me for today. We'll be back soon with something a little bit more technical, but I just thought I had to share that with you. Thanks a lot for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit like, give us a rating. Remember, we will answer questions, so any questions that you have, feel free to send those in. You can find the contact details below. Thanks a lot and have a great day.